Okay, welcome everyone. Sorry for the virtual transfer from one meeting link to another. This is because we are using the free Google Meet and it is limited to 1 hour. And so that is why we have to quickly migrate to this new one. So please, if you have any question, you can simply go ahead and raise your hand so we can take it in that order. Please kindly indicate by raising your hand if you have any question. You can also make use of the chat box to drop your question. Yeah. If you have any question, please go ahead and ask your question.
I think let's
Uh,
wait for the
okay.
participant to join. Many
All
are still
right.
joining.
All right. Okay. The presenter is here
Yeah,
also.
also.
Okay. While we are waiting for more participants to join, since the presenter is here, I have my own question to ask as well. Are you with me, Ma?
Yes, I am.
Yeah, yeah. I first of all want to appreciate the presentation because you have given us all the secrets, like the true secrets that we are going to make use of to win this grant. My question is just that assuming somebody has applied before for a TEP grant and he has gotten to this test, he has been invited for the test, which is like the screening stage, and finally something happened. The person was not selected as a recipient of this grant. So now that maybe the person, and initially the person used a different business idea or maybe business he's into, and he now wants to apply for a new business, how is that going to affect his current application? I mean, like, is it going to be affected in any way?
Okay. Um, it will not. If in the past, for whatever reason, um, you could not proceed to the next stage, you can reapply. So, but bear in mind that your business still have to be in the fresh stage. If it's maybe close to 5 years ago, you will either need to um register a new business name, yes, that shows that your business is recent. Okay, so but past disqualification does not um, apply to it, except if the disqualification was based on things like misrepresentation. Maybe you lied and they caught you and they said we cannot continue with you. If it has nothing to do with misrepresentation, you're good to go.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much. So if Mr. A applied for TEP in 2024 using business B, and now Mr. A wants to apply using business B, is still good to go.
Okay, no, it's not good to go.
That's what I'm saying. Okay.
Okay, no, you can't use the
Let's
same.
assume I applied in 2024. I want to be producing bottled water maybe in a different way, in a unique and new way.
Okay,
And then I was not selected. So
okay,
now I want to apply using a new or fresh idea or fresh business that I just registered recently.
okay.
Am I good to go? Or it must be the same
Okay,
business idea I was using initially?
if you are the one that applied before and you have a different business idea, still you can apply again with the
Okay.
different business you are operating. But another person cannot use your own registered business name to apply.
It's very clear. Thank you very much. So
Okay.
please,
Thank
our distinguished participants, please kindly indicate if you have any question. You can use the chat box or you can raise your hand so we can permit you to ask your question. It's time for question and answer. Okay, Mr. Obeyemi Olashibo, can you please go ahead and ask your question?
Yeah, good afternoon. My
Yeah.
question is that, like now you said, if I want to register for CAC, for example, now you said the name that I'm going to register with must not be used. Have been used before. How will I know if the name has not been used before? if I'm registering for CAC? That's my question, ma.
Okay. For CSE registration, usually there is no two company can bear the same name for CSE registration. So usually when you want to apply for CSE, you'll be asked to submit, let's say, two, three names that they will search for. If any of them is available, you'll be told, and then it will be selected to register your business with. And if none is available, if other people have used the name before, you'll be notified to submit a different or a new name entirely. So for CAC registration, there are not two companies that bear the same name. Something will be different about them. Okay.
Okay, we have another question here in the chat. Victor Alade is saying that are all the processes virtual or there are some that are physical? You talk about ideation stage. Is CAC registration compulsory at that stage? He's asking two questions. Number
Okay.
one, are all the processes virtual or there are some that are physical? Number
Okay.
two, you talked about ideation stage. Is CAC registration compulsory at that stage?
Okay. So the first question is all the processes are virtual. The only one that is physical is when they are coming to verify your business. So they have agents everywhere for each state that will do the verification. So, but every other thing is online. Okay. Then, secondly, you need a registered CAC business. Yes, because usually before now, you could start your registration, you could start the whole processing before you register for CAC. But I guess in a bit to cut down, to start screening from a very early stage, you need to add your business name, your registered business name. And the reason why you need to register your CAC before you add it is because, for instance, maybe now uh, your name is um your name is Okpe, and you want to say Okpe Tech Global. You have not registered with CACO. And when you're entering your details, they ask name of company, you put Okpe Tech Global. And with the aim of registering with CAC along the line, now you get to CAC. CAC tells you that, oh, Okpe Tech Global has been taken by another company or it's not available. So how do you start changing what you have entered as your business name? So it will become complex. So all you need to do is you need to register. And if peradventure you don't have a registered CAC name, okay, with the permission of Prof and my distinguished host, I can share a link with you where you registered. So I think registration is 25,000 naira. So I still linked someone up that got his own business name and everything within 2 weeks after payment. So if you start now, the business name can be ready before the coming deadline, and you can proceed with that. And if peradventure you could not even meet up, you can still use the business name next year to apply. It is still early. It's still within 1 to 3 years. Okay, so that's the advantage. So that is if you are not prepared enough, or if your preparation didn't meet for this current cohort, it will meet for the next one.
Okay. Thank you. Dr. Oluwaseun, you can go ahead and ask your question. Dr.
All right,
Oluwaseun.
thank you very much. Yes, thank you, Mr. Nasiru. I want to appreciate the directorate for bringing forth this kind of webinar. It's really insightful. So, Mrs. Grace, thank you very much for a wonderful presentation. My own question is that, take for example, on a business registration, I mean the CAC, we have like two shareholders. So are these two shareholders entitled to use that business name for registration for the TEF fund? Thank you.
Okay. Okay, you're asking if a business that has two shareholders, if they can use it to apply. If that's the question, the answer is yes, but it is one person that will be applying. So one person will be the principal applicant, and in the details that the person is going to fill, it will show that this business is is a partner, is in partnership. You have a partner, and they will require or request for the names and the details of the other person. Along the line, as you proceed, you'll be required to submit a letter of a letter of consent. You'll be required to submit a letter of consent from your partner, that your partner is aware you're applying for this grant, and your partner gives you the go ahead to do every other thing. So you can apply, but it is only one person, not the two of you.
Okay, thank you. We have another question from the chat box. This Mr. Joshua is asking, okay, sorry, engineer, I think. He's asking, do I need a physical location like a building before I can apply?
Okay, so at the inception, you may not need to, especially if your business does not need physical. Maybe it's not like a physical store, a farm, a poultry, or anything. If it's maybe something tech or so, you may not have at the beginning, but along the line, you need to have something that they can see. Even if it is in your house that you have the setup, so just have a setup, something that shows, that can give the validity, and that can give credence to what you're saying about your business.
Okay, that is interesting. Thank you very much. Do we have any other question? I can't see anybody raising hand again, and it seems we don't have any question in the chat box again. So in the absence of any question, okay, someone is saying you should send practice questions. Maybe you share the link or your slide that we can access the practice questions.
I'll drop the link in the chat box shortly now,
Okay,
so it can be copied from there.
all right. So, in the absence of any question, I would like to hand over to our director, Professor Oye-Ekiti, to wrap up the program and probably give us a closing remark. Prof, you are welcome.
I think God leads the raising up his or her hand.
I can't see it
I don't
from
know.
here. Okay,
God lead.
he can go ahead.
You
God
can go
lead
ahead
when.
with your question. If you have a question, please.
Good afternoon.
Welcome,
Good
sir.
afternoon.
Can you hear me? I can't. The
Yes, we
network is
can
not
hear you.
good.
You
We
are
can
very
hear you. You
audible.
can go ahead with your question, please.
Okay, thank you. My question is quite simple and straightforward. It's concerning how to get youth involved. Notice about it because some of us joined very late, and I don't really know the details on how to register and some of the requirements. And how do we get full information on how to start up businesses and entrepreneurial programs that will be funded by organizations or outfit like this? Thank you.
Thank you. But I think let me say something before. I don't know if our presenter has something to address your question. But I think part of what we are doing here at FUOYE iLab is addressing one of your concern, how to get information on entrepreneurship, innovation, and how to get involved on how to even assess this kind of grants. That is why this webinar is organized to inform and educate our members on how to get how the process it takes to get and apply for this kind of grants. Additionally, the presenter has given us some additional resources. She sent a link, I think, in the chat. You can see it. You can have some practice questions, and maybe there are some other information there. Lastly, you said you joined very late, and for all other participants who join us very late, I want to assure you that I'll try as much as I can to make the recording of the webinar available. So maybe you can go ahead and watch over the recording, and then you will get to learn everything that has been discussed in the meeting. Maybe our presenter has something to add.
All right. Thank you so much. I really appreciate.
I think you've said it all. So I'll just drop the link to register for TEV directly, and I think the video will provide the needful details.
Yeah, I will try to make the recording available. So, any other question? Okay. In the absence of any question, I think Prof, you can go ahead and give us your closing remarks. Then we call it
Yeah,
a
thank you very much, Mr. Natri Imam, for anchoring the program. I actually want to thank everyone here that are here present. I could see Mr. Kunle. Thank you for joining us. I can also see from here Dr. Ngozi, Dr. Oluwaseun, Bamigboye, and many other staff and students of this great institution. I would like to thank the Vice Chancellor for all the support, that we have been receiving from him with regards to activities just like this, and then to also thank members, the University Committee on Innovation and Digital Technology. You can all see that we are actually doing we are doing very well in the institution, and everyone are always happy about what we are bringing in to this university. And I must thank our presenter of today, that is Mrs. Grace, what's it called, Oladele. I taught you when you were doing your undergraduate here at Federal University of Oye-Ekiti. But I'm happy that you are also here today to also train me, to teach me on how to apply for TED. And I must appreciate you, because when I became the SA to the Vice Chancellor on digital transformation, she is one of those people I call on. And in fact, she said she made herself available and said she is going to support me. And you discover that in most of our posts online, she even have some of the things she dropped by herself. I added her to our platform, in which she share all her own writing skills on our 1.0. We still be having lectures on graphic design, blockchain technology, website development, and so on. So we encourage all of us, most especially people in students and staff in FUOYE iClub, to ensure that they will be partakers
hello.
Mr. Nasir, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now. It's like I lost the
Wow,
audio.
you lost. Okay, I don't know.
Okay. Okay. Are you done with the?
Yes, I'm done. I don't know why people are not
Oh,
talking. Possibly you lost me.
oh,
You lost my audio.
yeah, yeah. I guess it is network. Okay. So, on behalf of everyone that joined us, I would like to thank our Vice Chancellor, Professor A.S. Abayomi, the DVC Spril, our Director, our Honorable Presenter, Mrs. Grace Oladele, all the participants that are here. Thank you so much for joining us, and see you in another webinar. Bye.
Bye. Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for your time.